All right, we got to wrap this up because we got to go to George Mienie. No, we're not finished yet. You stick around, Eugene. We still got like 10 minutes. Eugene, have you met George? George Mienie?
No, I haven't met George.
George is the CEO of AutoTrader, and he is a regular on our show. He's one of the people who's been with us from day one. And George has got his own show on cliffcentral.com, and he's got his own regular show on the internet, which you can go to, the AutoTrader podcast, and that is on Mondays. We set out a brand new episode, but it's now also in video. George, I love those chairs that you guys use in your studio. It looks very, very cool.
It looks cool, Gareth, but it is hellishly uncomfortable.
Oh, no.
Those are racing seats, right?
Yeah, so the actual car racing seats that we converted into office chairs. It used to be, we had 8 of them. I think we still got 8 of them. And it used to be in one of the boardrooms, one of the meeting rooms. And if you sit on them for more than about 30 or 40 minutes, the sides of your thighs start to hurt because the seats are so narrow.
But George, that is a great way to keep meetings short.
Yeah, and it's a good way to keep racing drivers trying to finish faster so that they can get out of those damn seats.
Yeah, right. I
love how your brain works, Gareth.
If you ever get rid of those seats, I'll put them in our boardroom because I cannot stand the meeting that goes on longer than 40 minutes.
Yeah,
that's a true story. You're absolutely right.
All right, what's happening in the world of motoring, George?
Well, you might like this one, Gareth, but Toyota has patented a dog-walking autonomous vehicle. Okay,
so the vehicle walks your dog.
Yes, so looks something like that in terms of the patent. It looks very complicated, but this is how patents look. But just to give you an idea, there's the little dog, there's the little cart. A human can even get onto it. The dog can get onto it. So this dog walking autonomous vehicle. Now the thing about this dog walking autonomous vehicle is that it's got cameras, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't need to accompany the dog walking autonomous vehicle, though you can ride on it if they've said that it's made for paraplegic people.
How lazy are we getting, really?
Exactly.
Leanne, George was still getting it. It's made for paraplegic people.
Oh, sorry.
Well, no, it's not, Eugene, not entirely. So
she went after the cripples. Leanne just hit the cripples right where it hurts. Oh my God, Leanne, you are.
I never knew that's what would cancel me eventually.
So, but this dog walking autonomous vehicle has cameras, right? And the cameras can pick up whether your dog is having a pee or a number 2. Okay. And if it has a pee, it shoots a stream of jet against the area that the dog had a pee. And if it has a number 2, it has a mechanism to pick up the poop as well.
No.
There are so many things that could go wrong, and I'm going to need better drawings before I use one of these things. Because that little car is going to squash so many little dogs. I'm telling you now.
I'm so angry about this. You said you're going to like this, Gareth. I hate this, George. I hate this so much. The fact that there are people in the world designing shit like this that we don't need. Nobody in the world. If you're too lazy to walk your dog, you shouldn't have a dog. And if you have to design something this complicated to pick up its crap and to shoot a spray of water against where it pees, life has become so good for some people in Langa that they now need these cars. I just think it's outrageous.
So, George, did Toyota patent another robot or car to clean the poop out of the car that got the poop from the dog?
Right. What's going to happen?
Because if I was avoiding cleaning the poop, why would I want to do it later in the car?
There is an entire supply chain there, Eugene. An entire supply chain. Toyota's got it. They know what they're doing. They're taking over.
You know what? If Toyota thinks this is how they're going to get back after all the other people that are launching better electric cars than them, I've got bad news, Toyota. It's not going to go well for you.
Yeah,
well, I didn't have this in the in what I was going to bring you, but it's a true fact though. If you think of Canon, Kodak, no, not Canon, sorry, Kodak, BlackBerry,
yes, all of those companies that used to be
big. used to lead their markets. Is Toyota going down this road by avoiding electric vehicles? I'm not so sure.
I don't know. If you use Uber, Toyota's got a long runway still. Uber's old like Toyotas, all of them.
But then again, on the flip side, Toyota could be betting on the next big thing that is the step towards electric vehicles, which are hybrids.
This is not it. This dog walking thing is
golf
not
cart.
Yeah, the poop scooping golf cart is not their winning formula. I'm telling you now, this is not it, George. If you're going to bet on this, you're on your own.
No, I'm not betting on the dog walking cart.
Keep our money out of it. Keep our money and Moose's money out of this.
Now, that in San Francisco, there's a company now called Cruise, but there's been a few companies that have got licenses to drive or to allow autonomous vehicles to drive on the road without any driver. And one of these autonomous vehicles in San Francisco got pulled over by police.
Oh, I think you mentioned something about this, and they didn't know who to arrest.
Well, the cops. I mean, if you watch the video, I've got the image.
Take
up
the
there.
battery.
But if you watch the video, you can see these cops. They kind of figure out what this is, but they don't quite know what it is as they walk up to it. They walk back to their car, and obviously the autonomous vehicle thinks that the cops are done with him, so it drives on. So they chase it again and they stop it again. They get out of their car. And they start circling around this autonomous vehicle. But the reason they stopped this autonomous vehicle was because its lights weren't on. It was nighttime and its lights weren't on, and they legitimately stopped the thing. But you could see this was new. This is new territory. Like, who do I know?
It's like when National Geographic puts in those fake animals, but it's a hidden camera. And all the animals are circling around it, like sniffing. They know it's supposed to be what it is, but they're just confused. Something's not right.
Imagine the Metro Police in South Africa trying to get a bribe out of a car that doesn't have a driver. Like, hey, chief, pull down your window. And there's no one in the car. And they're like, how the hell do we get a bribe out of an electric car that doesn't have a driver?
But then the flap opens and it's got a Coke on it.
Toyota should be inventing that, because in this country they'll make money.
I got a dispenser. And then sticking with the electric world, what do you think happens when lightning strikes a hybrid or an electric car?
Well, the battery gets fried. The computer's gone.
Well, this car was disabled. This is a Toyota Prius, and the lightning struck the antenna on the roof. You know the little antenna that's on the roof of the car? The lightning struck the antenna. So these weren't regular kind of just people driving the road. These were storm chasers, and you get storm chasers in America, people that do crazy things. And they were chasing the storm, and in a Prius. In a Prius, exactly. And the Prius got struck by a bolt of lightning. Disabled the car, fried some of the...
said enough is enough.
Yeah, I'm going to say what the ICE vehicle people want me to say. God hates electric and hybrid cars. So I'm just saying.
God said enough is enough.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know. Nobody was hurt inside the car. I mean, that a car is insulated because of the rubber touching the road. So there's no.
Is that really true? Like 100%?
Yeah. I mean, even airplanes have got struck with lightning. There's no real place for that lightning to go. It doesn't mean it doesn't damage the vehicle, but there's no place. It doesn't mean that it can't, cross the gap. From the car to the floor. So it's not entirely insulated, I don't think. And then very finally, Gareth, AutoTrader opened its doors on the 16th of April, 1992 in South Africa. Since then, South Africa became a democracy. We hosted the FIFA World Cup. The Y2K happened. And we evolved to becoming a fully fledged digital business.
Phenomenal. Look at this. George, this is your 30th birthday as AutoTrader.
This is our 30th
Congratulations.
birthday.
Yes,
Yeah.
well done, George.
Congrats, man. That is fantastic. I don't know how many businesses have a 30-year lifespan. I mean, you were talking about Kodak and all of those businesses, which were big deals, BlackBerry, and to have evolved and to have lasted as long as you have, you had to evolve, right? I mean, I know that this is something you're very humble about, but you and your team have made AutoTrader a 21st century company, and congratulations, man. This is worth celebrating.
Very proud of the team and the business and reaching that 30-year milestone, because we were nearly taken out of the market, and maybe that's a show for another day. But I've got a whole story.
You know what, George? Survival is programmed into most of us, but it's not programmed into companies. And the fact that you and your team managed to avert the disaster that happened to AutoTrader in so many other places around the world. I mean, you mentioned Australia before, right? That just completely caved.
It's
here in South Africa, it's because you're the fittest. Yeah, exactly. There we go. But George, serious congrats. I've got to also tell you, we're doing a thing with BMW at the moment, which I think you'd be interested in. We're looking at the new iX, and we had Dr. Musa and Francisco Nwamba, who are two of our motoring journalists, who are busy looking at that iX. Oh my God, George, when you talk about electric cars, this thing is fully electric. It is magnificent. It's got one of those self-healing grills on the front, which is a phenomenal piece of technology. It's got that sunroof that when you touch the button, the electrically makes it either see-through, transparent, or opaque.
Solid.
It's so amazing, this thing, and it's got Swarovski crystal controls inside. It's magnificent, George. It is a different thing entirely in the world of electric cars. You've got to go and look at this.
Well, Gareth, I got the fortunate opportunity. BMW gave me the car approximately 2 months ago, and I took it down to the Orange Free State, and I managed to do 750 kilometers in it, charge it, do everything. And if you go onto my YouTube channel, you can go and follow my journey.
All right, just hang on. You got to plug this. This is George Mienie. This is your website that you just showed us now.
Yes.
So people have got to go and see that as well. Go to georgemienie.co.za and you'll find all of this stuff there. And you can also then subscribe to the YouTube channel and the rest. This is good stuff, George. Nice.
Yeah, so beautiful car. You're going to thoroughly enjoy it, Gareth. I think, from my point of view, the iX40 and iX50 are probably two of the most futuristic electric vehicle looking cars that are probably second to Tesla. When you climb in the car, it just feels like you're in a 21st century car.
Guys, we're going to have to end it there. Thanks for the fun. Eugene, it's so fantastic. I cannot tell you how much I've enjoyed having you here with us today, and I missed you so much, man. It's been such a pleasure. Leanne, George, we will see you guys next week. Have an excellent weekend, everybody. Be good.
Bye.